Monica, and I'm a scientist with the Think Like a Scientist program in Colorado. In this video, we're going to be making paper hovercrafts. Let's start by thinking about how things hover. Air needs to move underneath an object with a strong enough force to make it hover and move around. The air underneath the object also needs to move more strongly than the air surrounding the object. If we try to blow air underneath a flat piece of paper, like this on a flat surface, it doesn't move very far. Maybe if the paper was in a different shape, we could get it to move farther across the table. This is where making a hovercraft comes in. To do this experiment, you will need a piece of paper, a pair of scissors, a ruler, a pencil or a pen, and an adult science assistant to help you. First, you will need your paper to be in the shape of a square, meaning that all sides are the same length. If your paper isn't in the shape of a square, have your adult science assistant use the ruler, pencil, and scissors to cut it into a square for you. Now for extra fun, have your adult science assistant cut a square piece of paper for themselves as well, so you can make hovercrafts together. So now that we have our square pieces of paper, let's start folding. You're going to take two opposite corners of the paper and fold them together to make a triangle. Put that down on the table just so it's easier to crease. Next, you're going to take the two opposite corners of the triangle here and fold those together to make a smaller triangle, like this. And make sure to crease all your folds so that it's easier to fold stuff later. Then, you're going to unfold back into your larger triangle. Next, you're going to take this edge of your triangle and fold it down so that this edge is in line with this fold here. And do the same thing with the other side. Now you should have this diamond shape with these two open bits right in the center. Next, you're going to take this crease and fold it up to this crease right here. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Making sure that all your folds are nice and creased. So now the shape that you should have is these wings on top here above this sort of square diamond shaped. If you got lost at any step during the process, feel free to rewind the video to the step where you got confused or lost at so that you can meet back up with us here. Now you're going to take your wings and you're going to set them down on the table. Now what you want to do is you want to blow air with your mouth underneath this part of the hovercraft and see how far you can make it go. That moved really fast! So how is this working? The air you're blowing underneath the hovercraft here is pushing more strongly on the hovercraft than the air surrounding it, allowing it to move forward. The shape of the hovercraft is important too. The way we folded our hovercraft makes it more easily moved by us blowing air underneath it this way than compared to when it is a flat sheet of paper sitting on the table. Now that you've made your hovercraft, try out some more experiments on your own. What happens if you make your hovercraft out of a larger or a smaller square of paper? Will it move faster or farther or slower or less farther? What would happen if you use different kinds of paper than printing paper like we used here today? What if you use newspaper or wrapping paper? And can you race your hovercraft with your adult science assistant to see if you can win? Thanks for doing science with me today, and remember to check out the other experiments on the Think Like a Scientist YouTube channel. Bye!